Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Fact or Cap Paranormal Files. My name is Wes, this is Topshelfers, and in this series, we dive into paranormal videos from across the web and decide whether or not they are fact or cap, real or fake. I don't have a lot to say with this start of this episode, aside from thank you guys so much for the support lately. It's been awesome. The channel's growing, views are growing. I feel like I'm getting better at creating content and kind of creating thumbnails and just trying to be more involved on the back end of things. And it's been a lot of fun to try and grow this into something that I can be proud of. And yeah, so thank you guys so much. Today we have another Nuke's Top 5, Top 10 Scary Ghost Videos for Toilet Viewing. So if you're shitting, now's a great time to watch. And if you are, hell yeah. Hell yeah. If you don't want to listen to the commentary after each video, there will be a link down below to the Nuke's Top 10 or Nuke's Top 5 video, just by itself without me or anything like that. Make sure you go show him some love, subscribe to him, and yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it.
The voice from the bushes. Doneen Bull Davis, who lives on the Louis Bull Tribe Reserve in Alberta, Canada, is relaxing at home one evening with her family. Suddenly, they begin to hear strange sounds coming from the dense thicket of bushes in their backyard. But they don't see anything there. What happens next is truly creepy. Doneen and her family all hear the same spine-chilling sound of a raspy little voice coming from somewhere in their backyard. The voice just doesn't sound normal, and then things really start to get weird.
Oh, come out so I can see you. Come out. Come on. Come out! Come, DJ! Come on out! Shut up! Come on!
Hey, just f*** off! What's wrong with you?
Huh? What?
The creepy voice seems to mock the family, mimicking what they say and eerily laughing at them while hiding in the bushes. But believe it or not, the situation takes an even more terrifying turn.
Come on out! Why not? Yeah, come on out! Come on! Come on!
Fuck you, let's leave!
Just go grab that gun.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
Whatever is hiding in the bushes now asks, "Wanna play?" And with that, the family has now just had enough. They call the local police to their house, and Doneen shows them the footage that she has recorded. The officers scout through the bushes, looking for the threatening stranger. One of the officers also hears the raspy little voice mocking him. But even though he says the voice sounds right next to him, he says he didn't see anyone in the bushes. Doneen says that to this day, this disturbing event remains unexplained. Many video commenters believe that this could be some kind of creature roaming the Louis Bull Tribe Reserve. But what do you think this creepy voice could be? hiding.
No, that's bullshit. And I'll tell you a couple things why it's bullshit. A, it's way too clear to be anything other than a human fucking with him at most. It also sounds like it's some sort of voice emulator. I think that there's just a speaker out there and they're fucking around making content. Let me ask you this, right? She calls the cops. Why at that point do you stop recording? That's the point when you definitely record, when they start walking around and they say, and like they go into these bushes looking for something. That's when you would record. So the fact that they stopped recording makes me just think like, oh, they definitely didn't call anybody. Right? If you have footage of the cops showing up, that will make you a lot more credible. That will make it seem like you actually were concerned. But just posting this and then claiming that it's something real? Jokes, man. It's jokes. It's cap. Heavy cap.
Nuke's Top 5 viewer Savannah Escoto says that she had a very strange experience when she took her 4-year-old daughter Isabella to visit her brother's grave at the San Fernando Cemetery in San Antonio, Texas.
What is it? Come here. Why don't you want to go sit down over there?
I'm scared.
Scared of what?
What is the shadow?
What girl shadow?
What's that? Behind the tree.
Behind the tree?
Yeah.
Little Isabella says that she sees, quote, a girl shadow behind a tree in the cemetery and comes hurrying back to her mom. When Savannah turns her camera toward the tree, she catches what appears to be a face from behind the tree. The face seems to be translucent as cars passing on the road behind can be seen right through it. So is this the girl shadow that little Isabella was afraid of? Her mom Savannah isn't sure what to think of this creepy experience, and she has no idea who or what this is. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Prized possession.
I mean, I think the fact that it's translucent and there's something, cars are on a back road or driving through it, I think it's in the foreground, and it just happens to be that the kid's acting weird about it, and then she's also a paranormal fan, so she just thinks it's that. I think it's just one of those cases where we're watching a paranormal video, we see something that's kind of weird looking, we associate it with a face, but in reality it's probably just something weird, a shadow or a tree in the background that kind of is covered by something else. Like, yeah, it's not a face, man. It's not.
Prized possession. This next creepy video was shared on the popular Spanish language podcast Paranormal by guest and paranormal investigator Antonio Zamudio. On the podcast, Antonio tells the story of Augusto, an 11-year-old boy who started behaving very oddly after buying a strange-looking doll at a garage sale. The little boy became obsessed with the toy, staying up all night and talking to the little doll. After hearing unexplained voices in their house, Augusto's mother had had enough. She threw the doll away. But the doll mysteriously reappeared 3 days later at their home, lying at the foot of Augusto's bed. Paranormal investigator Antonio sets out to help the family and installs several static cameras throughout the home. The doll is placed in the hallway just outside the little boy's bedroom as he goes to sleep. The static camera recording the hallway catches something downright chilling. Soon after the boy falls asleep, the doll begins to move and then seems to actually run to the 11-year-old's bedroom. Antonio and the family are shocked when they watch the footage. The investigator decides to take the doll from the family and has kept it locked away at his home ever since. So could the doll be possessed by a spirit? Or just what do you think happened here? Let me know.
Interesting, interesting. I mean, it's a very interesting video. It's hard to really tell what is going on here. Because you're telling me that that is the doll sitting here, which doesn't look like the doll. I mean, I guess kind of looks like the doll, but the head's not there. And it phases through space and time because you don't see the mask move at all. Even slowed down, there's nothing there. This is the extra slowed down version. Okay, after that first one, it pretty much turns into a mist. There's nothing there. Nothing there. The doll doesn't exist. Nothing there. I mean, I don't even think that's the doll. And it just evaporates into dust and ends in his room. Calling Cap. I'm calling Cap, and I'm calling that this guy has seen what the Warrens have done with the Annabelle doll and wants to do the same with this doll. It's creepy. It's weird. He's creating a backstory for it. He now owns it. He's going to lock it up in a case, make it a museum exhibit, make a movie about it, whatever it is. I think it's Cap. I'm sorry. Like, you're telling me that that thing just went through time and space, evaporated, and then came back into the room. Because when you slow it down, there's no mask there. And the camera's not that shitty that he's using. You would definitely still see it, especially being bright orange. It's going to catch on the camera. You would, in night vision, you would still be able to see it. I think it was laying there, and then I think he edited it out and edited it to make it look like it was running. And did a piss poor job at that. Cap. Big Cap.
Strange video was recorded by a CCTV camera in a horse stable, but the location of the stable and the original source of the footage are unknown. The video shows a horse in its stall, relaxed and peaceful. But around 2:39 a.m., there's an odd dark flash across the CCTV camera, and then all hell breaks loose. Something unknown disturbs the horse so much that it panics and actually breaks right through its stall. But that's not all, because as the horse roams loose in the stable, what happens next is truly bizarre. horse lingers at a different stall, disturbing one of the other horses as it kicks and makes panic noises. The horse then seems to angrily attempt to leap over into the other stall with that horse. The stable owner says that this incident is one of the weirdest things he's ever experienced with one of his horses. Now, this video was shared to TikTok, and comments mentioned that the culprit might be Jen, as apparently it is said that Jens will often torment horses. And there was also that odd dark flicker in the camera footage. So, paranormal.
Oh, man, that's... See, this is one thing that I don't like about the paranormal community as a whole. It is like, and it's, how edgy do I want to get today? Fuck it, we'll hear. It's the same thing that I don't like about a lot of communities that involve things that aren't either scientifically proven or can tangibly say exist. You can use your imagination, what I'm trying to hint at. It's the fact that we're justifying anything possible to be paranormal. Like anything possible. Okay, so let me explain to you what I saw. And I know that we're being negative in this video so far. We've capped everything. Everything seems like bullshit, including this one. Okay, have you guys ever seen what happens when a horse gets bit by a horsefly? Guess what? They really don't fucking like it. It hurts. My guess is homeboy either got bit by a horsefly or has some sort of fucking issue, health issue. The fact that the camera flickered is irrelevant in my eyes. That's the whole, oops. That's the whole, we're justifying anything to be paranormal bullshit, right? Like the camera flickering, I don't think has any bearing on the situation. I think he either has some sort of disease, he's getting old, potentially, or he got bit by a fucking horsefly, hurt him really bad, and he fucking panicked. Let's see if we can see anything. Look, okay, hold on. Right where this is blocking, I saw something fly right here. We're waiting. Sorry, I went back a little too far. Something went off right there. I don't know if you guys saw it or not. So look right here. It flew off in the distance. I think it was on his face, bit him, and he freaked out because it hurt. Horseflies like fucking hurt, not just a little bit. He panicked, kicked through here, was like, what the fuck? Now he's out and about in an uncontrolled environment, confused, scared, pissed off. Okay. Runs around, doesn't know what the fuck to do, sees another horse locked in there, and it's a horse. Like, he doesn't know where he's supposed to be. Maybe this horse is in heat. Maybe he's trying to get in there. Maybe he's just confused and he doesn't know where he needs to be. Like, we're trying to justify that the horse knows exactly that he should go back to that same exact stall. Like, he has no idea. You can't even see what they're doing. Like, this horse could be in heat. He could also be smelling it. That could be a whole entire situation too. And the other thing too is, like, no one wants to bring up the fact that they're living in a fucking barn. How many birds do you think live in there and fly through there? So do you think that maybe it just happened to be timing that something flew in front of the camera, blacked it out for a second, a bird, and then this panned out because it got bit or it's having a freak out? Like, we don't have to justify everything to be paranormal, guys. We really don't. And this is, and to clarify, because I got some heat in the comment sections before about, well, why do you like Nuke's Top 5 so much if you say everything's Cap? Nuke's Top 5's job is to ask the question, right? Like, in my eyes, like, he presents these information, these videos, and asks the question, what do you think? Right? I don't think that he is doing anything wrong in posting these videos and saying, hey, these are scary ghost videos, because the community of paranormal is saying that. And then I enjoy answering the questions, being someone who's been in that community for a long time now and have done my own personal stuff and have my own experiences. Like, that's all I'm doing. And I think this one's also bullshit.
Without a source, we'll never know what happened here. And maybe this horse just randomly lost its damn mind. The passenger. Taxi driver Jarek from Baguio, Philippines is working the night shift when he spots a woman on the side of the road who needs a lift. What happens next is something he'll never forget.
Saan po kay ma'am? Scott Barrio? Sige pa. Wala. Wala. Diyos ko po. Wala. Multa ata yung nasakay ko ah. Ay, Wala. Wala. Multo yung nasakay ko. Diyos ko. May sumakay kanina. May sumakay kanina. May sumakay kanina, pero bakit nawala? Scout Barrio sabi. May sumakay kanina, wala.
We can see the taxi door open and close, and Jarek swears a woman wearing a long white and purple dress stepped into his taxi, requesting to be taken to Scout Barrio, a neighborhood in the city. After a short drive, he looks into his rearview mirror to discover that there's no woman in his car. She has disappeared. He's baffled and looks around the back seat in startled disbelief. Jarek says he was tired and never got a good look at the woman's face, but he's certain a woman got in his car. So could it be that Jarek gave a taxi ride to a spirit? Or just what do you think was happening here? The ding in the cave.
Huh. So that's this one has a little bit more that we can talk about, just instead of being aggressively frustrated with the bullshit. So this really just plays into the fact that, you know, do we believe the story that's being presented? And it's an interesting one of that, right? You can clearly see this is where I wanted to kind of slow down at and figure out my bearings here. Because when he goes to pick up the door is open. Okay. But there's some noise that happens later on that I'm very curious to see what it is. So that door's open. There's no one there. No one gets in the car from our point of view. Right? Door closes. He has a light on. He replies, Scout Barrio. He's like, sick. All right. Hits the meter in the middle. Starts driving. Okay. Nonchalant, just driving. Yada, yada, yada. Being a good driver as well. Like, it gets annoying when the drivers are always asking fucking questions. Just drive me to where I need to go. Not trying to be rude, but also not always trying to play 30 questions. Panics when he looks in his rearview mirror because he doesn't see anybody. And he's like, oh, what the fuck? Where'd everybody go? So the thing that I'm curious about is when he starts looking, does he do the doors open again? Because it sounds like they open again. Okay, let's all listen together here.
Wala. Wala. Diyos ko po. Wala. Multa ata yung nasakay ko ah. Ay,
That. What was that noise?
Wala. Multa ata yung nasakay ko ah. Ay, Wala. Multo yung nasakay.
That's what I'm curious about, is that noise. Because what that sounds like to me is there's another door over here or in his third row. It looks like he has a third row. Maybe it's just the trunk. No. That's third row. That's third row.
Ay, wala. Huh?
So do we see anything over here?
Wala. Diyos ko po. Wala. Multa ata yung nasakay ko ah. Ay, Wala. Multo yung nasakay ko.
So it sounds like the door opens and closes twice. So is it...
Diyos ko.
We can see the taxi door open and close, and Jarek swears a woman wearing a long white and purple dress.
Dude, that's weird. So the only thing that I could imagine is if his car, or he programmed it or built this, he can flip switches to open the car doors. Which, to my knowledge, that doesn't really seem too hard of a thing. Let me see if... do a quick Google search here. Do cars have buttons to open doors from inside? Car door open only just to open doors fully. 3 ways to open car doors. Vehicle buttons. Let's see. Program to open car door automatically. Yeah, so I mean that's definitely something that you could program. So I think that's where I'm kind of sitting as far as what I think is maybe he has the ability to open the car door himself, and he opened it and closed it. because we can kind of see, does it look natural the way the door opens or closes, or does it look automatic? Because to me, that kind of looks like it doesn't. Oh, I keep double clicking. I'm sorry, guys. To me, it doesn't look like it opens naturally. Like if someone were to actually open the car door, it kind of looks like it automatically opens. Did it already happen? Whoa, what is that? Transitional screen. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. You've entered a dimension of time. Oh, sorry. No, I mean that's natural. It's open for enough time. Someone gets in, shuts it. I don't think anything weird looks there. Or looks weird there. Jesus. I don't know, man. That's a very, very interesting video because you pretty much just have to think of this individual and do we believe what he's saying or not? And it's hard to tell because I mean he reacts like I think a normal person would react. Like if you thought you picked someone up and then you drove a little bit and then realized there's no one in the car, that's exactly how I'd react. You'd be like, what the fuck, man? What is going on? Did I just pick someone up? And then he went and pulled over, and he pulled the footage of pulling over. I mean, he believes he sees somebody right there. But there's clearly nobody there. And here's why here is why I think I believe him. Right? And this is, and it kind of gave me the chills just a little bit, it is so apparently like you would feel kind of like, at least, okay, let me speak for myself, not him. I would feel kind of ridiculous if I posted this and said, listen, this happened to me. I can't explain it after looking at this footage because clearly there's nothing there. But he did it anyways because I think he really had some weird experience. And he's like, guys, this happened to me. What the fuck is going on? He has all the footage and there's nothing there. And he still posted it saying, hey, this is what happened to me personally. What the fuck is going on? So I think he did have some weird experience that happened to him personally. And what that could be a multitude of things. That could be a multitude of things that we don't have 3 hours to talk about. I'm not a doctor. He could be tired. He could be overworked. He could be hallucinating because of lack of sleep. Maybe he's putting in extra hours. Like maybe he's listening to books and his brain's starting to play tricks on him. Maybe he listens to creepypastas or scary stories. And, the mind fucks with you sometimes, especially driving, like long, dark roads. A lot of times, like you got to stimulate yourself somehow. And I'm not saying that's what happened, but props to him for posting that and being like, hey, like, this is everything I have. What the fuck? And the door opening is wild to me. Unless we can prove that his car is programmed to do that, that just adds fuel to the fire of, I don't know what the fuck's going on. But yeah, I like this video. Oh, slow motion.
We can see the taxi door open and close, and Jarek swears a woman wearing a long white and purple dress stepped into his taxi, requesting to be taken to Scout Barrio, a neighborhood in the city. After a short drive, he looks into his rearview mirror to discover that there's no woman in his car. She has disappeared. He's baffled and looks around the back seat in startled disbelief. Jarek says he was tired and never got a good look at the woman's face, but he's certain a woman got in his car. So could it be that Jarek gave a taxi ride to a spirit? Or just what do you think was happening here? The thing in the caves. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Raul Garcia Ogando reached out to me about something that his son caught on camera while exploring an old mine in El Paso, Texas. Did you see it? As Raul's son pans the camera, someone or something can be seen hiding in the darkness of the cave. Raul explains in his email that he didn't see anything at the time and didn't notice the figure until they looked back at their videos later. So what is this? Let me know. A mystery in the mirror.
Not a whole lot to go off there, but it's creepy. Looks like you have a head, maybe something covering it, shoulders, arm, maybe hands, maybe feet. Looks like you got like a leg that comes here and down there. I mean, these ones are simple to explain when there's not a lot of context or a lot more to the video, right? I've shown time and time again how easy it is to put in still frames into pictures and videos. Like we've done that a handful of times on the channel. I have a standalone video of me doing it here on somewhere on this channel. It's not hard to do. So do we believe the story or not? That's all you have to ask. It's a creepy cave. It's possible. Maybe someone is living in there because they're on some hard times or whatever's going on. Or it's fake. I mean, those are your two options.
The cave. Raul explains in his email that he didn't see anything at the time and didn't notice the figure.
Or it's a rock formation and we're just thinking paranormal.
Until they look back at their videos later. So what is this? Let me know. A mystery in the mirror in Morocco. Nuke's Top 5 viewer Carlo reached out to me about a strange video recorded by his sister Grace during a trip to Morocco. Grace and her husband are at the Riyadh Laroussa Hotel in Fez, Morocco. Grace decides to take a video of the beautiful 17th century palace-style interior. What happens next is truly bizarre.
This is the door going inside. And then this is going outside. We're now heading to the... Oh, there it is. Oh, sorry.
A man appears out of nowhere, startling Grace so much that she apologizes for almost walking into him.
Oh, there it is. Oh, sorry.
Now here's where it gets weird. When taking a closer look at the footage, Grace and her husband can clearly be seen in the reflection of a mirror hanging on the wall in front of them. But there's no man. Then in a split second, the man appears right in front of her, standing quietly. Grace then turns towards the exit and we see her reflection again in a different wall mirror. But again, the standing man is not there. She turns around and the man is gone. Now finally, perhaps this is just normal camera blur, but when taking a close look at the man's face in the video, something just doesn't look quite right. But you decide on this. So did Grace capture a paranormal event on camera? Could this be a so-called glitch in the Matrix? Either way, Let me know what you think.
I actually really kind of creeped out by this video. And I'll tell you why, right? Is there's a lot of elements at play here that have to be covered perfectly if it's a fake. Right? Like, there's a foot already in frame out of nowhere. So he's not matching pace with her. Because I thought at first it was him. Because clothes-wise, it kind of looks similar. But he stops back here. That arm is even fucked up. Like, it's like extra long. It happens so quickly that it's so difficult to... We're even on super slow-mo. I wish we could go slower, but we can't. So she's in the mirror. Okay. So this, whatever this is, the guy could be right here because there is no mirror. It's not covering past here. So it is possible that this gentleman or creature or whatever it is right here and we're just blocked point of view and he is walking up right now. Okay. He's right at the edge here and he's going to pan into frame. She pans down. Okay, so he is in the reflection. That's the one thing that I was curious about. Is you can definitely still see him. This other person. You can see his reflection there. Right? It is blurred, but he's clearly right here in that reflection. Okay. It does look weird. Like something's wrong. All right. If he moves 2 steps from where she's at, like it almost looks like he got out of the way. She puts the camera down. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh, I don't know if he would have been able to get out of the way of that mirror, though. That's the question. Because I was thinking, like, okay, if he's not reflecting in this mirror, that's kind of weird. But he is. He's right here. I know the wife's back there, too, but I'm pretty sure that's him. Okay, gets out of the way. Oh, I don't know, man. That's tough. Because I feel like you would still be able to see him at least pass behind her. He would have to have done it there, passed by the mirror as she's panning backwards, right? You wouldn't see him, and he could have easily gone past there, and this person let him pass by him, and that's why he's lagging behind. We can see in slow motion here. So that's my story so far. Let's see if any of that is broken here with the logic. So homeboy's lagging behind. Like he's still behind this pillar thing. Okay. Guy could be looking right here or standing here or walking in as we speak. And the timing is just timing because timing is just always timing. Okay, there he is. I'm pretty sure that's his reflection. Sorry, excuse me. This is the only part that is weird to me. Is unless he is far enough back. Damn it. Because this is where the toughest part is he has to be standing far enough back that the mirror's blocking his view from this door. Right? Otherwise, there's some shit going on. Which is possible, right? Because she's already getting cut off and he moved out of the way for her. Okay? So his point of view might be cut off. He might be sitting there like, oh, excuse me, sorry, let me get out of the way. My apologies, ma'am. And then she pans the camera, and this is when he is moving. He's just walking past that other guy like, hey, you know, good day to you, whatever. And then when she turns around, you wouldn't see him because he already passed this guy, and now he's just on his way. So no. I don't think it's paranormal now that we've dug into it. I think it's just timing and, you know, a pretty weird situation, but it is explainable when you actually look into it a little bit deeper.
I'm sorry.
Your car's extended gen warranty.
Uh-oh.
Popular Jordanian paranormal investigator Hassan Barbar is exploring an abandoned location somewhere in the middle of nowhere, when suddenly he hears the sound of his car alarm going off in the distance.
سيارتي بتزمر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اخوان سيارتي بتزمر.
Now obviously Hassan wants to know what triggered the car alarm and he heads back to check it out. What happens next was all captured live on Snapchat.
والله أنا خايف يكون ورا السيارة ويهجم علي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله أنا خايف يكون ورا السيارة ويهجم علي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله.
Something jumps out at Hassan, absolutely scaring the shit out of him. He eventually regains his composure, but when he looks around the car, he finds nothing and no one.
أنا شفت حدا هون.
Unfortunately for Hassan, this isn't the end.
بس يا رب هو يكون. طب خليني السيارة تشتغل يعني. ايه؟ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء. هي. في طبع دين اخوانا وكلبه وما بعرف. بسم الله. السيارة شغالة يا اخوان. لا اله الا الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hassan's car seems to just drive away on its own, eventually coming to a stop a little way down the road. Hassan is shocked by the bizarre experience as he once again finds no one in or around his car. The investigator has had enough. He ends his live stream and drives home, presumably wanting to be sure that his car doesn't just drive home without him. So did Hassan capture creepy jinn activity live on camera? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we all clearly see someone attack him, right? Like, that's not fake. Like, someone makes a noise at him and tries to attack him. I don't think that that's... Whether or not that's fake, like, I think this isn't... I don't think this is edited. I think someone's there and jumps at him. Yeah. I mean, it definitely could just be a homie or someone they're just making a good video, because, like, he puts his camera down so he could run off anywhere, get into the car maybe. When he checks the car again, does he check the back seat? I'm just curious for my own thought. Nope, he just checks the front seat. So he checks the front seat. He doesn't check the back seat. The other thing I'm curious about, are we going to be able to see it from this point of view? We're not. So, one little thing that I noticed, and I'm sure a lot of people also noticed, is e-brake's on, right? Is it possible that he puts the e-brake off and then pushes the car? No, the car starts up. He doesn't even pan into the seats. So here's... Okay. All right. So here's what I think's going on. And we'll go from start to finish. Okay. I think that it's him and a friend. His friend jumps out, scares him, or scares the camera, whatever. He freaks out. Yada, yada, yada. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Can't believe this is happening. Praise Allah, name of Allah. Guy hops into the backseat of his car. Okay. He goes over. We never see the backseat of the car from this point of view. There's dust, there's grime. We can't see the backseat of the car. He shows us the front seat of the car only. Okay. You see e-brakes on. He gets back out of his car. We don't see point of view of the passenger, the front seat. So I think guy in the back seat of the car got into the front seat of the car, turned the car on, drove up. Okay. Freaking out. He's like, oh my God, is my car moving? Okay. Look how he films this next part, right? There's multiple times where he drops the camera down below the car's point of view. Okay, watch. He's like, oh my God, can't see the car, 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 can now see the car again. In that time, I think that homeboy got out of the car, ran and got out of the point of view of the camera. He ran up. He's like, what the fuck? Checks in. Now you can see the back seat. There's no one in there. There's no one in there. He's telling the story, and a really good one at that. So, that's my thought. You guys can obviously agree or disagree with me on that, but I think it's bullshit. Again.
Old Sacred Heart. Restaurant employee Nikki works at Ozone Pizza, located in the old abandoned and restored Sacred Heart Hospital in Pensacola, Florida. The hospital was built way back in 1915, and except for the pizza restaurant, the large structure is mostly empty. It's said that the old hospital is haunted by former patients and the ghosts of nuns who worked there. It's 11:30 at night and Nicky decides to go on a walk around the hospital with his co-workers after their shift. That's when the group spots something very creepy.
Oh my God! You see it? It had arms.
Bryson, it had arms.
No, those are arms.
Oh my God! Oh my God! It's a real person.
No, those are arms now. No, those are arms. No, those are arms. No, no. I don't care. Those are arms.
I see it.
Okay, I don't see where they're looking. Are we talking here?
Bryson, that had arms.
No, those are arms.
Oh my God! Oh my God! It's a real person.
No, those are arms now. No, those are arms. No, those are arms. No, no. I don't care. Those are arms.
I see it. That's f***ing arms.
The building is completely empty, yet someone can be seen standing behind a window. The group freaks out and have no idea who or what it could be. Nicky and his friends believe that the creepy apparition might belong to one of the nuns who used to work in the hospital. And a close-up of their capture does indeed look a bit like a thin woman who can be dressed in a nun's habit. But again I ask, what do you think this is? You decide. The dark thing.
I mean, there's not a lot to go on there. There's definitely, it could be anybody in there. It's weird, but at the same time, like, old hospital, creepy nun, it's all just the same story being told over and over again. There can't be that many haunted hospitals and creepy nuns. I maybe I'm just being a little negative because most of this video has been pretty cap, but I mean,
The building is
it definitely looks weird.
This is. You decide.
From that point of view, though, like, I don't see the arms as defined as when they do the close-up. Like, I feel the close-up is polished way more.
Top of their capture does indeed look a bit like a thin woman who can be dressed in a nun's habit. But again I ask,
I mean, is it possible they just sent their homie up there to make a good video?
what do you think this is? You decide. The dark thing in the basement. TikTok user Will Graves is home alone when he starts to hear the disturbing sound of someone walking around in his basement. Now, Will believes his house to be haunted, so he starts recording and cautiously heads downstairs to check it out.
Okay, TikTok. So, my power is out at the moment in the basement. And I swear, I keep hearing someone walk. I don't know exactly what it is, but it's kind of creepy. Laundry room still has power, so that's good. But the rest of the basement's power is completely out, which is very strange. I'm not sure what the noise was, but I don't know. I'm home alone right now, so we'll see, I guess. Look out back.
Oh, nice backyard.
No, nothing back there. I don't know. There's been a lot of strange things happening. Figures, shadows. So, I don't know. Maybe some tips, advice would help out. can't really see anything, but there's no one in here.
Did you see it? As Will walks downstairs into his basement, someone can be seen standing inside his bathtub, weirdly just facing the wall. When Will looks back into the bathroom about 30 seconds later, the figure has completely disappeared. Will says that he's done several paranormal investigations at his local cemetery, and he believes something might have followed him home. But is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
I mean, it's another one at the end of the day that we have to decide whether or not we believe this guy, and do we believe the story he's being told. And I don't know. There's not a lot there. Could be a kid brother standing there. He does happen to pan over there to make sure that you see it.
I keep
That's
hearing
always
someone.
kind of a telltale sign of a fake. Is, you know, you pan towards something that you know is there, but you don't mention it being there. Because the paranormal community will find it. If you post it and you get tracked, people see these things, they look for these things. And he goes back and he shows that spot again. Yeah, I don't buy it. I think it's fake. I think it's fake. I think it's fake. I think it's fake. I think he knew what he was doing. He set up his brother or somebody, son. They're they're making a joke of it, because he pans over there to make sure that you see it. Right? Pans back, make sure that you see it. And then goes back to that same spot and shows it again for no real reason besides, like, oh yeah, the power's out in here. Yeah, I call him bullshit. Nice try, though. Nice try, bud. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like always, it's a pleasure. We had, one decent one this time around? Yeah, this one. Very interesting, unique one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Go show some love to Nuke's Top 5. His link, again, will be in the description below if you want to watch it, or go check out his channel. Go show him some support. He's one of the best on the platform for compiling these videos. So thanks again. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you on the next one. Peace.